There was a guy back then. His name was Dick Buek, and his nickname was Mad Dog. He used to have this old leather jacket, and then he had on tape with tape on it, MD. Well, everybody thought that stood for doctor. It didn't. It stood for Mad Dog. But this guy had a reputation. He was a crop duster in the summer. His dad ran ski school at that place called Soda Springs. There's a cross Nordic Center there now. It's just west of Sugar Bowl. And but anyway, Dick was an unbelievable skier. This guy had more guts and balls than anybody I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he'd do stuff on skis that you would just shake your head at. And he was an accident looking for a place to happen. Every bone in his body had been broken. He finished, I think it was 12th or 13th at the 52 Olympics. Well, that wasn't too bad. The only thing was, that was after 2 falls in a downhill. And the story about Buek, I remember sitting in a bar at Squaw Valley, a big race at Squaw, and Christian Pravda, who at that time was probably the best skier in the world, or was considered the best skier in the world. And Pravda could be really, really obnoxious, and he's gone through there. I am the best skier in the world. None of you guys can beat me. With these accent. And I'm sitting there by Buek, and Buek under his breath just says, well, let's see about that. So anyway, the thing about Buek, he only had 2 ways. He says, if you're not first, you might as well be last. And I remember he used to say, damn it, Dick, just ski the course. You don't have to go, Paul. He says, and I remember to this day, Charlie, there's only 2 places in a race. There's first and last. And if you're not first, you might as well be last. And that was the attitude he had. And the guy he was just a madman on skis. And you'd think the guy was an extrovert, but he wasn't. He was one of the quietest guys you'll ever meet in your life. And so anyway, he in that race, in those days, they used to have a pommel lift to go just a little ways up towards K2. And then you had to get off of that lift, and then you had to climb all the way to the top of KT22. Well, if you're familiar with where the GS started at Squaw in the 60 Olympics, that's where we had to climb to. So anyway, we were up there, and Pravda took off. Buek was about the 4th guy through. And so we were standing there. He goes down about the 2nd gate, wide open gate, and he was just like this. And I don't know, he went down, he was back up. So we knew that there wasn't any way in hell he was going to win. And so then we watch it, and we get all the way down to where the top of the pommel lift was. And then this thing, I could still draw this course on a board right now. But it went into this gully to the left. If you watch the 60 Olympics, is where Penny Patu damn near lost it, and where a lot of other racers did lose it. And so Dick's going in there at Mach 9. He doesn't even slow down for this thing. Well, as you went into there was a gate here, and then you go up the other side of this gully, and there's another gate over here. Well, he goes down in the middle of this gate. We saw it. We could see that. So he gets down. Well, we knew damn well he was going to be too low to make this gate. Well, he ended up having to. We didn't see it. We found out afterwards what he did, but he ended up having to climb or get back over, go through the gate, and then go to the bottom. So we're all waiting around for him to announce the winner. I don't know, it was 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like anyway. I don't know what time it was. So they announced the results. Number 1, Christian Pravda. Guess who's number 2? Dick Buek, with 2 falls, and I mean really a big loss of time. So we're in the beer garden, and we're sitting there at the bar, and Pravda comes by, and he comes over and he puts his arm around Dick, and he says, Dick, maybe I'm not the best skier in the world if you ever stand up. Remember at Sun Valley one year, and I hadn't seen Dick in, it's when Stein Eriksen was at Sun Valley. And I don't remember whether he was at Sun Valley. First he came to Boyne Mountain, then he went to Aspen Highlands, and then I think he went to Sun Valley. But anyway, or maybe it was the other way around. But, so anyway, Eriksen was getting all kinds of press doing flips and all this stuff. And Ericsson's one of the most beautiful skiers. I mean, he looked like a ballet dancer. And even to this day, to watch this guy ski, and he must be 70, 75 years old, is still one of the most beautiful skiers. I mean, if you just look for a guy that has a distinct style, you can spot it a mile away. Fact is, a lot of the guys at Patrol used to go up there and have Stein practice, or have a Stein turn contest. But anyway, this one year, and so at that time, nobody had ever shushed Exhibition. Well, Ericsson was getting all the press, and Dick was there working on Patrol. So anyway, Ericsson's gone down through Exhibition, and Dick and I are riding up the lift, and the bumps in Exhibition used to be huge, but they weren't these real short things. And so anyway, Ericsson just something else. So anyway, we get up there at the roundhouse. And so anyway, we're standing around there, and about that time, we waited for Ericsson to come back up. And so Stein takes off, and he's going down. He goes down towards Exhibition again, and he's going down through Exhibition, just making just beautiful turns. Buek says, "I'm going to shush it." Bullshit! You're not going to shush that, you dumbass. And the thing is, if you've skied Sun Valley in Exhibition, it goes down like this, and then I can't remember the run that comes, River Run, I guess it is. It comes back down in like this, and then you go on down to get on the lift. Well, it's really narrow down there where Exhibition comes in, and then Olympic comes in on just a little bit below that, and then it's just kind of a U-shaped thing there. And there's people all over the place. Well, not back in those days, but now, I mean, you'd probably kill somebody. Sure as shit, Buek points him right straight down the hill. He gets down. He passed Ericsson about halfway down, and comes up, and he was going so fast he couldn't make the turn at the bottom going into River Run. So what does he do? He goes straight up the other side. I mean, he's leaning back. His back is almost, I mean, it was like he was just hanging like this. It was unbelievable. Ericsson couldn't believe it. Just absolutely could not believe it. But that guy, I've never seen anybody like him. That year that they had all the snow at Squaw, Headwall, he takes off. They blasted the thing because the avalanche stuff, they were really afraid of it. And so what they did, actually this was a year after that, I think, because what they did is they bulldozed up a bunch of dirt to stop the avalanche from coming down, taking out the lifts. And so they built this kind of a berm type thing. So anyway, and the head wall's steep, especially if you get clear to the south side of it, and I mean, it's as steep as most people would want to ski on. It's almost like you get up there and you look like you're on a ski jump. It just looks like you're standing on the edge of a cup, and then it turns back underneath. But anyway, so Buek goes up, gets up the top of the head wall, comes down, and the snow had built up. Well, just like a damn ski jump. He goes down, shushes the head wall, squall, hits this damn thing, and I swear to God, he must have gone 300 feet before he touched ground. It takes off. The guy was unbelievable. He won races. He got in an accident, motorcycle accident, and was in his back in a brace, and pretty much a full body cast. The only thing you'd see was his head. And about a year after, they told him he might never walk again. They wanted to amputate his legs, wouldn't let him. And there was a race later the next year. He skis that race, and against some of the best skiers in the world, he skied in that race with his right leg fused in a flex position like this, his back in a brace, and won it. You know why he won it? Because he couldn't go balls out. He was also a crop duster in the summer. Some guys betting, or he had this idea that he was going to fly his plane. And on the old Donner Summit Highway, there's an arch bridge there. And he had this idea that he could fly underneath this bridge and come up, and you have to come up a canyon like this. There wasn't any way. No way. But this dumbass, he's out there measuring this thing. He knew what his wingspan was to see how much. Well, he had about a foot clearance on, and he was about to try it, and finally, people talked him out of it. The guy was, I mean, he was unreal, just unreal.